We're walking into this one. Remember about, I think it was it a couple of weeks ago, I went live from an old railroad structure. Well, I found more. Not one, not two, but three old railroad bridges leading into this old quarry. They turned into a nature preserve. Pretty cool. So I'm out and about on this nice brisk day. Sun is out, nice and clear. No more snow. That melted away. That was quick. Yeah, it's definitely old quarry. Let's go this way. I'll show you the old pump house, an old little walkway. Posted the pictures of the railroad bridges. I was only expecting to find one, but I found three. I was able to walk around and underneath. That would have led to this old quarry, now a nature preserve. Pretty neat, pretty cool, pretty surreal area now. Nature taking back over, of course. Probably early for you guys. I'm out and about early on this Thursday. Each one had a section, looks like. And to my right, is still the Morton Salt Factory. So these had to have been some kind of quarry. It definitely was old quarry. But checked out 3 old railroad bridges that would have led into this quarry. Pretty cool. If you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, the pictures will be there. Can't wait to share that video with you all. Been doing all types of abandoned stuff lately. Factories, bowling alleys, railroad bridges. This is not technically abandoned, but it's an old quarry turned nature preserve. So we're going to walk to the old pump house here in a bit. Thank you all for coming along. Wasn't going to do a live. I figure, well, why not? Got 2 for 1 today. And figure out where those railroad bridges would have went to. So when I do edit that video, I'm gonna put a little videos around here to this old quarry turned nature preserve. But there is some remnants about, including the old pump house that they use for storage. A beautiful area. And if you already haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I had a video released yesterday, so hopefully you can come along and join me. And then there's these old pipes sticking up. It's starting to work. Seeing this video show, oh, I appreciate it, man. Don't have too much fun, but I was out and about, like I said, finding those old railroad bridges, and I was only expecting to come across 1, but to my surprise there was 3. Then I drove around and said this is a nature preserve, and the more I got walking around, the more it's like it makes sense why those railroad bridges were there. This is old quarry turned nature preserve. Nature's taking back over. But if you hear some noise, there's still the Morton Salt Factory to my right in Rittman. Free to walk around this area and explore it. And look at all the black material. Kind of looks like coal, but could be wrong. Could be wrong. Who knows? There's a quarry or mine, but I'm thinking it's a quarry. I could be wrong. There's a lot of, what do you say, holes where the water is. If you look on Google Maps, you can tell. Kind of mined out like a quarry. But let me show you a couple things. We're coming up to the pump house now. Only reason I believe this is a pump house because the creek is to my right to me, where I found those railroad bridges. Now I did do a live under a railroad bridge and thought that was it, but there was more. So I came back out here today on this weird day off of mine. They call that Mount Rittman. They made this a nice little park, but I'm pretty sure there was a bunch of machinery and stuff up there, I would imagine. Plus on the other side of that is where the railroad bridges are. It's all flattened out. So it's probably a big yard loading the material and hauling it out. But there's the old pump house. And you see right here into the creek. Creek, whatever you want to call it. All the power was cut to this area. Now here's the old pump house. Now I think the park is using it as a storage now. So, no glass blocks right there. But that's cool. I'm still trying to figure these out over here sitting in the grass. They're circular and not plastic or fiberglass. If you know what those are, let me know. Quite interesting. Or if it's for the pump house, like wheels on the side or something, possibly. Yeah, just exploring Javier. But if you know what these are, let me know. But they were probably part of the old quarry into the old pump house right here. Now it's now a nature reserve. Oh, hi, Grim Reaper. Last but not least, we can, you know, this is like a big turnaround right here for the yard. But this old footbridge. Nah, dude, I love walking around. And this is definitely old footbridge for the workers. Rapper? Oh, okay. Grim Rapper. Thank you for joining. More remnants. Right there. Pump house. Like I said, I found the old rail bridges over here. I shared those on Facebook and Instagram. And pretty soon TikTok when I make one video. Capped off. It's definitely an old quarry yard. Let's go head up to the top, then I'm gonna call it. Obviously the footbridge went to the pump house. There probably was more buildings right there, like the offices and stuff. Okay. Grim Rapper. Still pretty cool name. Get to the top here. And right over there. Get you on top here. What they called Rittman Mountain. So pretty cool view. Definitely an old quarry. Pretty 90% sure. Had to be. Because I found those, like I said, 3 railroad bridges. Actually, from right down there. So, explored those earlier. Yeah, I was thinking that same thing. Actually, I've been there. I ran those stairs. That view. I imagine there would have been equipment up here. Yeah, see, they're all sectioned off. Then over there is where those rail bridges were. I know, right? Very awesome view. Maybe I should make that short. But if you haven't already subscribed. Just had a video released yesterday. I do a lot of different content for you all to enjoy. And, keep the journey going. But that's, let me go over here a little bit and explain. Yeah, see, I don't know if the camera does it justice. I'm going to try to keep out of sun. It's very flat right there. 1, 2, and 3 rail bridges that would have went off there's an active rail line over there. Probably come into the yard. No, I haven't fished that water. Not yet. A little cold for that now. For me, anyway. But no, this is my first time here. And I didn't know there was more to it. Had to been more to this area. So, with those 3 rail bridges I explored earlier. And like you said, there's the old pump house there and an old footbridge. There's another block structure just past that pavilion down there. That was a sub pump house. So, but anyway, there's definitely on top of the which is pretty man-made from all the quarry and mining. But pretty neat. Just found this area and had to be related to what I explored earlier. So, but anyway, I thank you all for coming along on this journey. Be safe out there. Enjoy the rest of your week. Weekends is upon us. And I'll see you on the next journey. Peace, everyone.